All right. Hope everyone's having a good morning so far. Pre-market, no trades for yet from me, but I do see some potential today. I do have some plays I like, and I am watching pretty closely this morning. So with that being said, let's dive into this morning watch list. All right, first we'll go over VLRX. Now VLRX, what do we have here? We have a 7 million in float stock over on VLRX. But something about VLRX, I may have shorted this one each time it gapped up actually. So each time VLRX gaps up, it's known to give back all of its gains right at the open. May go on a quick little pop and then just gives it all back. So you can see here, VLRX. Look right here. You see this little black box at the top there. So look at that. So VLRX opened up at 413, went on a 15-cent spike to 428, and then had lows of 346. You could see fader there. VLRX, another one here, opened up at 515, hit a high 5 cents, 520, and then look what it dropped. It dropped all the way to 260. That's a massive fade right there. That's almost 100% fade right there on VLRX. So you could see this thing just known to gap up and just crap. Another one here, VLRX, opened at 1044. This one went on a little bit bigger of a spike and hit lows of $10. So you could see VLRX just a known turd. This one's known to go on, known to give back all of its gains. So VLRX. That being said, we'll be looking for a morning pop to get short into VLRX. I would have taken it here, but just wasn't around this early this morning, so wasn't able to catch up here. But if we get a pop, 235, 240, we definitely start to load on in on VLRX. So we'll be looking for history to repeat itself here on VLRX this morning. All right, next SINT. Now SINT, it's starting to build some higher lows. You're forming this ascending triangle pattern. You're coming up to this 240 mark on SINT. Now this one did go on a recent run. It did run last month, which I don't love too much. I don't like how it went on a recent spike. This is a high volume day here. 25 million shares traded last month, so he's gonna have some overhead resistance as we climb up. Guys, give me 1 second. I apologize. All right, I'm sorry guys, I'm back. All right, so SINT. Lost my train of thought. So SINT right here. Oh yeah. So this one, it did go on a recent spike. So when we have stocks that go on recent spikes, they're gonna have a lot of bag holder resistance overhead. So as we get up more towards these levels, there's gonna be some overhead resistance here in SINT. So usually I don't love loaning plays like this, but sometimes when the float's very low, we saw this happen on Yuma, right? I think Yuma had the kind of a similar daily chart. I think Yuma, yeah, Yuma did go on a recent spike, last month, and it still made this nice move. Yuma, the float was a little bit lower. I think this one was 890K, whereas SINT this morning's around that 2 million mark. But still, still relatively low in the float. So, we could definitely see this go on a some sort of pop today on SINT, but you could see, it did give back its gains on this pop. So you can see opened up at 240, hit highs of 430, and then look where it closed. It closed below the open, so it closed at 219 right at the lows. So it's very possible you could see SINT go on some sort of rip today and then give back its gains, depending on how the volume looks on SINT. So this one, I don't really have any. I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm leaning a little bit more towards the long side on SINT. The news was a little fluffy, but the volume is picking up a little bit now. We have been seeing, we're still seeing this hot market with these lower floats, going on nice rips. So, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the long side on SINT, but, I'm going to wait to see how volume and price action looks, and then we could go from there. Alright, see what we got next. MDJH. MDJH next. This one kind of pumpy here chart. Very low float stock. Very wide spreads. Just an illiquid chart here. You can see it barely trades any volume. Some days it trades zero volume. So very illiquid stock here. Low float. It has gone on some rips in the past. You can see, it did go on a rip last month. Went from $2 to $6. So it can rip, but this is one of those pumpy plays that will probably see some chat rooms move into it, and it's just going to be large spreads. It does have a headline. They did have good earnings for, a crappy company. So, we could see this thing, get some momentum towards it, but just know, it's kind of a little bit of a pumpy play. So maybe you want to be on smaller share size or just avoid. I'll probably be leaning towards the avoid side on MDJH, or I'll be on smaller share size if I do touch this one this morning. Yuma went on a nice rip yesterday. Is having a little bit of a gap this morning, but it did go on a late day fade. Pretty big fade yesterday on Yuma. So this would be a day two setup here on Yuma. So we could look to possibly look for some shorts into some pots, maybe this 350 area or this $4 mark on Yuma. I'm not in too love with the possible short on this one. Is a very low float, under 1 million. Does have a high institutional ownership, so this one could have some potential for a second day move. It's possible at the same time, could pop into resistance and fail. So depending on how the price action and volume looks, then I'll form my my thesis, my opinion then. But Yuma, not a typical day two short. I like when these have gap down. You can see we have a gap up. So, I do got to be cautious, looking for my day two setup on this one. Definitely not an A+ setup, so, maybe I will avoid this the setup this morning. Alright, last one we have is Fran. Fran probably won't be touching this one either. So, Fran and Yuma, kind of my back burner plays. I'm more focused on VLRX and SINT this morning. But I just wanted to throw the Fran and the Yuma out there. So Fran, looks like this thing may trigger SSR. Down 9% right now on FRAN. So close to the SSR mark, and just a crazy overall 3 days for Fran. This had this insane pre-market move, chopped around all day, then ran in after hours, ran in pre-market, then it had a weak open, and then just boom, just push all the way back on up, and it's still holding these gains over on FRAN. So day 3 now, each day gets more difficult on the long side, but with Fran doing these crazy things and with this 90% institutional ownership, anything's possible on Fran. We could see 20, we could see $30 today. Who really knows? But all I know, like, this play is heavily moved by institutions, is manipulated. So we do got to be cautious. I probably won't be touching this one on the short side at all. So that's kind of the deal with Fran this morning. Stock block. I definitely like VLRX for a short. That's definitely gonna be. I'm definitely gonna look to take that trade if it does pop on up. I've traded VLRX, I think the last like 4 or 5 times it gapped, and I won every single time shorting it. Obviously, nothing's 100%, but history does show that this thing is a known fader. Yeah, I could look at T2. Check out T2. Yeah, T2 was a very nice one yesterday. This one caught a lot of shorts off guard. Had this week open, built some higher lows, shot back on up, and held above this 72.89 EMA all day on T2. But now it does have a little bit of a gap down on T2. Let's see where support's going to be at. We're going to have some support around this 215 mark, and we're going to have some support right around this 225 mark. So 215, 225, and then below that we'll have $2 support. I would say below $2 it's done. So I mean, if you really like this one, you could look for weak opens, the buy off support off this 225 line, risking off this 215, or if you want to give it some wiggle room off the $2 mark, or if you're leaning to more the short side, you could look to short into some of this pre-market resistance. As far as T2, this one has been tricky in the past, and because look at this, the institutional ownership pretty high, 50%, and has a pretty high short float. So T2 is a little bit of a tricky one. So I'm not going to be looking for this one for a short. You could look for a weak opens to buy up this support line on T2 if you do like it. As far as the daily chart, not too much overhead. Maybe some resistance here, like this 340 mark. You see top tier at this like 340 mark, 330. It's not too much overhead resistance you have to really worry about. Didn't really do any high volume days. When I look at overhead resistance, I care more about high volume days. People may care about the upper wick here. Yeah, maybe a mental mark. This may be a mental mark right here at $5. But what I care more about is something like on SINT, a recent high volume day. To me, that's gonna be much more resistance at that high volume day. Look at JAGX. JAGX, a little bit of a gap this morning, up 7%. Does look like it has a headline. JAGX, a pretty beat chart here. Just kind of going back to nothing right now. It has gone on a lot of reverse splits. Let's see what the float is. 6 million, so not bad on JAGX. Is a former runner. It definitely needs more volume towards it. It needs more attention towards it on JAGX before this thing could really do anything. But not really much to say about the chart. Just a pretty beat chart. Maybe a low RSI bounce on JAGX. See what the short float is. Short float 23%, not bad. So pretty high short float there. So we could definitely see a possible pop. Maybe some shorter. See the news is gapped up. Had some good volume this morning. We could see it maybe go to a pop. Maybe it's like this 150 mark on JAGX. But it's really going to need the crowd for it to go on a nice run. It's really going to need the crowd around it. Right now the crowd's over on SINT this morning. Side note, SINT at 240, so that one's starting to creep up on us on SINT. That's going to be it for the watch list, though. Alright, let's see. VLRX coming up a little bit. That's good to see. Hopefully we get a morning pop out of the gates. Good to reserve a lot of borrows on that one. I see a lot of you guys like SINT. Yeah, I do like SINT too. I just want to see how it sets up at open. Yeah, Corey, we talked about this yesterday. Just, you want to prove yourself first. Prove yourself that you could be consistently profitable on paper. Have a consistent strategy that works for you. And once you have that consistent strategy that works for you, then you should have the confidence and have the courage to take the leap over to the live account. And like we said, how you're going to do that, you're going to keep tracking in Excel, keep tracking and tracking, and build a large sample size of a strategy that has proven to work for you. So if that's your strategy, then look for it. If that's a play you like to do, look for the break pre-market high and go for it, and keep tracking that setup. But what you don't want to do is take random trades. You don't want to take random trades. You want to take good quality setups. So looking at SINT right now, where support on SINT is going to be back at this 220 mark or this 225 mark on SINT. So I'm going to map up this 220 line and this $2 line on SINT. Come on, VLRX, don't fade on us now. So I just mapped up that 220 line on SINT. Also going to have some $2 support. I don't want to get it. I don't want to see this thing too high. Honestly, the lower the better. On SINT, VLRX, I want to see this thing have a morning pop. I'll look to load into the morning pop on VLRX. Alright, so we got about 2 minutes till we open on up. Put SINT in the top level 2. So top level 2 SINT, bottom we'll put on VLRX. Alright, so market is about to open. You guys know what I'm watching. You guys know my game plan. Make sure you guys have your own game plan. You're sticking to your game plan. You're not giving it to FOMO and taking bad trades. Take good, high-quality setups. Alright, market is open. And there's SINT, big ramp out of the gates. Did start some VLRX, did start some small VLRX. I'm willing to add up on that one. Did reserve a ton of borrows, so willing to add up on that one. Have a 225 average on VLRX. So we get this dump below $2 on VLRX. SINT ramp out of the gates. MDGH too. Quick pop out of the open. Yuma looking pretty weak. Yuma looking pretty weak right now. Light volume. Saw this yesterday. SINT just ramping out of the gates. You saw this yesterday happen on Yuma. Just ran out of the gates without us. Hopefully VLRX get higher so I could look to add a little bit more to that position. There's JAGX, whoever mentioned that, a little bit of a pop there. There's also T2. Let's see, SINT. So huge, you guys see, there's a huge volume bar out of the open. That was an 800K bar. It was a very high volume bar out of the open there on SINT. So I would not be stepping in front of this one short. $3 resistance will be tough on the break. May see a little bit of a pullback before we look to break that mark. Nelson, morning. Good morning to you, Rob. I am in VLRX short right now at 225. I have a 225 short, and I'm also watching SINT for a possible long setup this morning. So $3 resistance held on up there. Very high volume. No reason to fight this on SINT, especially on the front side. It's going to be very difficult. So longs only on SINT. Backside line, I would say $2. So below $2, SINT is done. I like to identify the backside line. So just anything above that $2 line is front side to me. Below that mark, that $2 mark, is backside, so it's no longer in play. Although I wouldn't want to see it that low, but that's just what I'm seeing at $2 line. Below that, it's toast. So right now I'm just looking at the levels here. I'm seeing this 235 mark as support. Next support line will be 250. We don't have to worry about this line up here. I actually move that to $3. So there's that $3 break on SINT. So I would say it's 250 and this 230 mark. Also have this 220 mark. And you guys can map up your own lines. You don't have to go off my lines, So these are the lines I see. I see 1, 2, 3, and the fourth line back at $2. So I'm doing this on my other monitor, but I'm just showing you guys what I have in. So these are my lines. Have them mapped up. And we're also going to have some resistance. As we get on up to the upper threes, we're going to have some resistance from that prior day run. Oh, there's VLRX. Nice. So VLRX up 20 cents right now off the short. So wasn't able to load a big position, but I still got a nice little position. That's I'll probably look for like, once we crack $2, I'll probably look to throw some orders out there, 190s. So I'll have some 190 orders there on VLRX to cover. Right now, current support's at 275, but I don't want to be buying at support this high on up because this could easily crack. First name, holding a big position in Workhorse. Nice. I did hold Workhorse for a pretty long time, but I did sell it up there in like the $4 or $5 mark. See JHGX coming up to 130. Let's see. Poseidon over in chat taking a short on SINT. Looking for that parabolic short into that $3 mark. Let's see. AVDM. Nice bounce. ADVM from $6 all the way to $9 now. That one went on a very nice bounce. See SINT. SINT is still holding view up. Yuma getting a little bit of a pop. Let's see, we did have that 350 marked up on Yuma. Do have 350 line marked there. Just watching right now. Let's see, VLRX, a little bit of a pop. SINT still kind of channeling here between this 270 and this $3 mark. We'll see if this one could break down a support and give us some opportunity for a a dip buy. There's Yuma. 330s now on Yuma. JGX, nice, 138. Let's see, SINT. SINT still chopping around here. Having some trouble now at $3. So you could definitely see this thing come down here, back down to this 250 line. Not saying I would short, but I definitely see the reason why. If you guys want to take this short, you're risking this $3 line. I know Poseidon's taking this trade right now in chat. Yuma coming on up. Coming up to this 350 line. Bids are stacked there on Yuma. We knew this one was going to be a tricky short. We did talk about this in pre-market, that this one will be a tricky day 2 short. You can see the bids are stacked. Starting to squeeze now over on Yuma. Next line will be that $4 line. New highs there on Yuma. VLRX at this 215 mark. Still holding that one. Let's see. MDGH trying to curl. MDGA trying to curl. Corey, nice. Still green on the game. It's good risk management. It's good risk management right there. Had 2 red trades, 2 green. Shows you the proper risk management. Very nice. MDGH curling. We saw that one. MDGH curling. Coming up to this high here at 375. We could put MDGH at the bottom. Just be careful with that one. That one's a little pumpish. But it's starting to go right now off that curl move. Alright, VLRX. It's slow def, but it does look like it is coming down to the lows here. There's some orders out there in the 190s, so hopefully we get it. There's Yuma, 330s now. See, the day 2 long is always tough, guys. It's always tough the day 2 long. Sometimes I look for a day 2 long, but very rarely. You guys saw the last time I took a day 2 long. It was actually on the stream. I got smoked. I got smoked on it. Forgot what ticker it was. So I really like just longing day 1s. Much easier. Don't have to worry about resistance from the prior day, unless it has a gap up. But still, even if it has a gap up, you're still gonna have some profit takers. Alright, but let's see, SINT. SINT struggling, really struggling hard at this $3 line. Really struggling hard. And there's that rejection there. 260, so nice job nice job Poseidon. Poseidon did take this trade here. Saw the rejection, multiple rejections at $3. Huge wash now, 240s. So he killed it there, Poseidon. I don't know if you're listening in, but nice trade, man. Yeah, so very nice trade for him over there. So let's see. What do we know now? Back at that 250 line. You can see that was a major unload right there. Major volume. That was a million, 1 million red candle right there. So it's some pretty heavy unloading. Call it like the death drop. I don't really like. I don't really like longing into these death drops. So I'm gonna be very cautious on SINT now. Don't like these big death drops. It does scare me off. You can see how much volume was unloaded there. Definitely looks like some bigger hands may have unloaded there. So we do got to be cautious now. Hope you guys saw the reason why this thing just dumped here. Just could not get over that $3 mark. It was just one test, two tests, three tests, four, five, and then finally just gave out. It just dumped on off on SINT there. I didn't even have borrows. I checked actually. I think right around here I checked to see if I had some borrows, and I don't think I didn't have any on center point here. So couldn't even have shorted it if I wanted to. So let's see. Right now it's at our EMA lines, at our 7289 EMA lines. Trying to hold here. We have our lines mapped up too on the Trade chart. Yeah, so SINT. After seeing that, I don't think I'm gonna look for a possible long here, especially not right now. A lot of longs are probably stuck here. Up in this region. So we do got to be careful. Here's VLRX coming up a little bit here towards my entry. Starting to curl on us a little now in VLRX. But, I'm still in small. You had an idea. Adding a few more here, VLRX. Added a few more. Alright, so right now it's still sitting in my VLRX. My new average is at 227. So 227 is my new average. Holding this short still. I'm looking for this thing to fade on off. Alright, see if we get this fade on VLRX. How's our other plays looking? Let's look around right now. Let's see Yuma. Yuma kind of flagging here, but light volume. So Yuma kind of that riskier play, and that could be a home run short there on Yuma, but at the same time it could be trouble for short. So a little bit risky there on Yuma to go long or short at this time. So probably gonna be an avoid there on Yuma, or maybe a smaller size short risking off the highs. It could be an option. For me, probably won't be taking that, but just throwing out some options there. MDJH, building some higher lows here. This is kind of the pumpy play. Pumpy play this morning on MDJH. Let's see, Fran. How's Fran looking? Let's see, Fran. Washing out right now, down 13%. But this one, this is the kind of manipulated play of the past few days over on FRAN. So this one could really do anything over on Fran. I would not be stepping in front of this one on the short side on FRAN just yet. So we'll see how this one ends up playing out on Fran. Why am I short biased on VLRX? VLRX has a huge history of fading. I think I traded this thing every single time it's gapped up within the past year. Made money on it each time. Just a known turd. Some dilution in the filings, and just look at the volume. It's just very weak volume, weak price action. So that's why I'm short biased on it. It's not a micro float either. I think the float's around 7 million. So I have a 227 entry right now on VLRX. I have 4,000 shares right now. And I'm looking for 190s. I'm looking for 190s. All right, let's see. We'll see Yuma. See what Yuma's doing. Dreambox, just to clear up, only one trade this morning, VLRX short. That's it. Other than that, I don't know what happened to our top gainers here. Other than that, we were thinking about a possible SINT short up tier 2 at this $3 mark, but I didn't have any borrows there on SINT. Guess the shares ran on out. So I did miss that short there. You could see upper shadow, rejection, couldn't get over that $3 mark. And then boom, big def drop. And now it's tough long in these def drops. When you see something like this, it drops all the way from 306 all the way to 240 in one candle. And look at the volume. A 1 million red volume bar. That's very tough to come back from. There's probably a lot of longs who got stuck here. And each pot's probably going to be looked to be sold into. So it's tough to come back from something like that. So SINT, gonna be cautious on any. You have to be cautious on any long side trade now on SINT. Maybe if it sets up later on in the day, that would be better. But we just gotta see. Let's see. VLRX just a slow def right now. Yuma. Yuma trying to curl. SINT trying to come back a little bit right here. And we'll see how it looks. Did put in a little bit of a higher low there. Dreambox, good luck. Good luck. I definitely see what you're seeing there. But just for me, this big def drop is scaring me a bit. With that big red volume bar there. But we'll see. I'll definitely be rooting for you, man. Definitely rooting for you. VWAP's at 271. Let's see, SINT starting to curl a little bit here. Starting to curl. Yeah, we had some support here at this 235 mark. Previous resistance acting as new support. So we did have some support there at that 230 mark, 235. And I can see, nice little tight risk getting in there at that 250 mark. Nice 16-cent stop loss with some potential upside. We'll see how it reacts to view up here. We'll see if it's going to stuff or it's going to start to curl on up and break over. I'm not in right now. I'm just watching at the moment. See, a lot of selling volume on the tape. A lot of selling volume there. You can see the whole bid side was stacked and it got sold into pretty hard right there. That's kind of been the story so far on SINT this morning, a lot of unloading into these pops, and we're seeing that right here. Just came on up to this 270 mark, and we met with a lot of selling on SINT. You guys saw that, right? And there's that drop, and looks like SINT is done. You saw that, right? A lot of selling. You saw big bidders come on up, and boom, it got sold into right away there on SINT. So you see, we avoided SINT this morning. You know, we saw the selling and we saw the choppy price action, and we didn't pull the trigger long. And this is what I mean by waiting for confirmation from price action and volume. We may have had the volume at the gate, right out of the gates, but the price action just didn't confirm. A lot of selling, upper shadows, and then a big def drop on loading. And when you see these def drops with on high volume, it's a red flag to get in long. So it's all a learning experience. You know, these are good things that you guys can learn from. Nice T2. Someone called this out pre-market. Very nice. Come on, VLRX. Slow def here on VLRX. So Yuma trying to form this little ABCD pattern here. See if it's going to hold here on Yuma. Here we go, VLRX, right at the lows here. We'll see if we see some selling. Nice new low a day there on VLRX. Right here, I have myself have an order out at 198 to cover 4,000 shares. See if I get filled. Let's see. Here we go, VLRX. Alright, boom, all out VLRX. All out there, VLRX. Made just under 1,000 bucks on that short. It's a nice little trade there for me on VLRX. All out of that. Nice little trade for me. SINT dying off, so we're not touching that one on SINT. So other than that, it looks like right now Yuma. Let's see JAGX. JAGX, not bad there on JAGX. A little light on the volume side, but nice range and nice looking chart here so far this morning. Gobi, I did miss your question there. I just saw that now. So there's a few differences. One, the float. Uh, at VLRX 7 million in float versus SINT at 1 million. Pretty big difference there. Two is the if you look at SINT, this recent spike it did go on. This one it did run $2 before it died on off. And I did actually go over this in pre-market. You guys remember I said we may see SINT go on a quick spike and then give back all of its gains. That's exactly what it did so far this morning. So that's just, it's just me looking at the charts. It's nothing. It's nothing magical. It's not like I can see the future. I'm just going off what history shows. History repeats itself a lot in trading. So just looking at the chart there, it's seeing all right. SINT last time it ran, it did run $2 before it died. Now let's go back and look at this one. You could see ran 30 cents before it died. This one was a little bit worse there. Let's see here. You can see opened up at 536, hit a high of 690. So you can see it's going on some rips before it dies. You could see a nice $1.40 rip there, nice $2 rip before it dies. But you can see each time it closes at the lows. So you could see that yes, to answer your question, yes, this does go on faders, but this one may go on a quick rip before it fades on off. Versus VLRX. Where's VLRX? Versus VLRX, if you look at these recent gaps, you can see here 13 cents closes at the lows. You can see what I mean. You see a 13-cent rip from the open, and then it closes at the lows and just fades. VLRX here opened at 515, hit a high of 520, and then it died. Like, it just got crushed. So you can see what I mean. The difference is that VLRX dies right out of the open, where history shows on SINT that this thing may go on a rip before it dies. But both, to answer your question, yep, both of them both have a history of fading. But this one just usually goes on a quick rip before it fades. I hope you're listening, Gobi. Hope that answers your question. If you guys have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I'm not seeing any other trading setups right now. I'm still looking around, but I'm not seeing anything else setting on up right now. JAGX, yeah, I did talk about this one. Thoughts on this one was float's not bad, 6 million, has gone on some former runs in the past, and just off these highs, it's just a beat chart, so we may see just a bounce, because it's just so oversold, and we have a decent amount of the float short here at 23%. So you could definitely see this thing pop up to like 150. I mentioned pre-market does have a headline too, but to really go on like a big rip, it's gonna need more volume than this, and it's gonna need the crowd. What I mean by the crowd, it's got to be that one. It's got to be that hot play of the day what traders are focused on right now. I'd probably say the hot play of the day is maybe on maybe T2 right now. SINT was, but now we're seeing a little bit of shift. T2 right now, it does look like the play. Yuma as well. So we could look over to T2. Yeah, T2 a nice play. Someone called us out. Someone called us out this morning. Very nice. Good eye. And we saw this thing yesterday be very trappy. High institutional ownership. The float's a little high, but it still moves really well for the float. See, yesterday this thing looked dead. Boom, higher low, trapped. Short screwed. And a nice squeezer all day. And you could see it had a gap overnight. Week open. I did mention that 225 support bounced. And now it's at $3. How to whoa, that scared me. Picture frame just fell. uh, yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, just got distracted by that. Yeah. So how to avoid revenge trading? It's a great question. I've gotten into in the past. My earlier days of trading. I did get caught up revenge trading a few times. So how to fix that issue. There's multiple things you can do. One is having a max stop loss set up your broker. So good thing to do is call up your broker and be like, hey, if I'm down more than $500, restrict my trading for the day. So let's say you do get into that revenge trading, and you take a few losses, and now you're down, $505. You can't make any more trades. Your broker literally closes it out, and you're restricted from trading for the rest of the day. So that's one. So that's one thing you could do. Another thing you could do is just having a rule. I have a rule. So if I lose more than 3 times on a single play, I don't touch it anymore. So let's say I took 3 losses today on SINT, will not touch it. I have a strict rule that if I lose 3 times, done. Not touching that ticker. Clearly, I had the wrong ID on it. It's going the other way, and I got to stop trading that one ticker. What else can you do? Just having a set rule of what time you get off. A lot of revenge trading, at least for me, happened around like lunch hours. So, trading around like 12 or 1 o'clock, and nothing really good happens around trading around lunch hours. Nothing good happens. Less liquidity, lower volume. Just weird moves happen during lunch hours. So, having a set time you get off. So each time every day, I'm usually done trading by 11:30. Then I'll hop back on around 2 p.m. So having a set time of all right, I'm hopping off the computer now. It's 11 o'clock. It's lunch hours. I'm going to get off. It's less predictable around this time. So I'm going to wrap it up around this time. That's why I get off. You guys wondering why I get off so early. I don't like the trade pass. Once I get off, I usually am not taking any more trades unless it's power hour. So those are things you could do to help avoid revenge trading. And if you go watch my video I posted, I did post a video on the trading process. Definitely, guys, go watch that video. I accidentally recorded it as a live stream, so it has the same thumbnail as my live streams. Just look on my the channel and look up the day trading process. It's a long video, but very good video. I put a lot of time into that video. It's probably my best video I have on the channel, so definitely go check out that video. Yeah, Dreambox. It's a good question. I usually do get out of the house. It's good to decompose. Get yourself off the computer. Go to the gym. Maybe play some basketball. Just go do something outdoors. So I usually like to hop off the computer and get out of the house for a little when I get off, and then I'll come back on later. I'll hop around power hour, or I usually stay on my phone. I love trading. It's very hard to stay away from it. So I'll just hop on the mobile and just look at charts on the mobile. I'll be in Discord, talking to people in Discord. So those are some options you could do, but I definitely recommend, just hopping off the screen. It's it's a lot staying on for 5 straight hours. From 7 a.m. to 11 or 12. It's a lot of screen time, and it's good to get off for a little bit. Awesome, yeah. Let's see. There's JGX coming up to that 150 mark that I did mention. 140s. But alright, 10:16 right now. Probably give the stream another 15 more minutes, 20 more minutes maybe, and we'll call it a morning. If you guys have any questions, you guys could ask. Feel free. I'll answer any questions. What mobile phone charts I use? I use TD Ameritrade Mobile and E-Trade Mobile. I like TD Ameritrade's mobile. They probably have the best mobile charts in my opinion. Yeah, right, Dreambox, dude. I totally hear you, man. That's everyone told me, when I first getting into it. And it's tough, man, when you have, friends and family saying that to you, like, "Oh, Nick, stop day trading. It's gambling. You don't know what you're doing. You don't invest in these." You get the misconception. They think that, we're investing long term in these plays. We're not. We're using their volatility. We're using, you know, the range to just make a quick profit off of, make a quick trade off of. They think that we're investing in these plays long term. No, we're not investing in these plays. We know most of these companies are garbage. We know most of them are going to zero. So I think that's the misconception that a lot of people have. We're just using the momentum, the volatility, and the range to profit and trade off of. And we have statistical edge. That's what I tell people. Like, man, I'm not like it gets me angry. I'm not gonna lie when people tell me that. Like, oh, so you gamble? I hate when people tell me that. I tell them, dude, like, I have a statistical edge. Like, I have a 70% winning percentage on my trades. I win 7 out of 10 times. Well, if you want to call it gambling, then I'm the house. That's what I like to tell them. I'm the house. The house always wins. So that's what I like to tell them when they say that to me. But yeah, now they're yeah, Dreambox. Now they're all shut up, and now some of them are asking me how to trade. So it's funny how things turn out, right? Funny how things turn out. Now those same people are saying, "Hey Nick, you teach me how to trade." I was like, "Hey man, you didn't support me at the beginning. I'm not gonna teach you now." No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just kidding. I don't tell them that. But uh, but yeah. And that's another reason I started Velocity. I didn't have many people to talk to either. Trading's a lonely business. You're sitting at your desk all alone. It's a lonely business trading. So it's another reason I started Velocity. I wanted to be I wanted to start a chat room and have a room where I could talk to people and talk to like-minded people and just interact with you guys. It's another reason why I started Velocity. Appreciate that, guys. I really appreciate the support and feedback I get. Appreciate that, Dreambox. Yeah, hopefully one day, I could become, a millionaire trader. I hope to bring you guys along with it. Bring you along this journey. Only 3 years in, it's gonna keep getting better and better. We haven't done a giveaway in a while, right? So maybe I'll do a giveaway this. Maybe do a giveaway tomorrow or Friday. It's been a while. You guys down with that? A free giveaway tomorrow or Friday? Awesome, Dreambox. Yeah, let's do it together, man. Let's become the best traders together, dude. Like, 100%. Oh, it was only 2 weeks ago I did the last giveaway. I just felt like it's been a while. Nick the winner. We may have to ban him, guys. He won the last 3 giveaways somehow. It's pretty crazy. Out of what do we have? 50 people watching right now. Out of 50 people, he's won the last 3 times. Someone's got to dethrone him. He is the champ this year. I just sent him his T-shirt actually a few days ago. So he's repping the Velocity Trading merch right now. All right, you guys. Yeah, we'll do a giveaway tomorrow or Friday. I don't mind. Bullish Bear, what's going on? Nick the Winner, you study 24/7. Now, is that for these giveaways or trading? I don't know how that'd be possible if you could study these giveaways. I don't know how you study for that. What's the giveaway gonna be? Maybe we'll do, since the fall is coming, maybe we'll do a long sleeve t-shirt this time. We'll do a long sleeve Velocity Trading t-shirt. Since the fall is coming around the corner. And then once winter hits, we'll be giving away the hoodies. Giving away the nice hoodies. Got the Velocity Trading hoodies. I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited for the fall and winter. Weather's nice. I like the nice 60, 70 degree weather. You know, trading's hot. You know, basketball season starts. I love the fall. I don't know about you guys. You know, summer's good and all, but once like end of August comes, I'm like, I kind of ready for the season to change and to get the sweatshirt season on. No worries, Dreambox. I'll send it anywhere. I think I sent T-shirts to like Africa, Australia. I sent them across the world, man. It doesn't matter how much the shipping is. I got you. And you guys gotta let me know for the next video idea. What do you guys want me to do from the next video? I'll probably do a video next week. So if you guys have any suggestions, type it out in chat or DM me. Trying to figure out what I should do for the next video. Oh yeah, let's see SINT. Let's see, we do have a mover here. They get sidetracked there. I don't mind talking to you guys, about non-trading related stuff. But obviously, if we have a play here, got to focus on in here. So let's see. What did we see last time? SINT, last time it did this, what did we see? We saw big sellers pop up and massive unloading. So let's see where the same thing. Watch the bid side. Let's see if we see a lot of selling pressure into this pop here. Just watching the tape right now. Watch the tape. Let's see. Seeing a lot of selling pressure move on in. And you guys can see. What do you guys see right there? Boom, boom, boom. Right there. You guys saw all that selling volume come on in. Obviously, this is not going to pick up the full market depth. I'm sure there was much more selling than that. But you guys could see another time. Came up to VWAP. Met with selling pressure. And that's been the story all morning on SINT. Each pot's being heavily unloaded into. I'm not saying it can't, reclaim and spike, but it hasn't proven itself, it's done it once, likely to do it again and again, but we'll see. Yeah, you could have a 70% or 30% win rate, as you say. You could even have a less percentage and still be profitable. You could have a 40% winning percentage and still be profitable, as long as you have good risk management. I know guys who have 50% winning percentage. They win 1 out of 2 trades, but they have a great risk management and great. I lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Yeah, they have a great risk reward ratio, and they're profitable. If you have a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio and you win 50% of the time, you will be profitable. So, like you said, yeah, there's numerous ways to attack this market. At the same time, you could have a 70% winning percentage, and you could be not profitable. Think about that. Probably thinking, how can you not be profitable? You have a 70% winning percentage. If you have a bad risk reward ratio, you could win 7 trades in a row and then have one trade wipe out all your gains. So risk management is so key in trading. So key. 100% risk management is everything. It's all about how you manage your losses. And your winners, and you got to be meeting your targets. You got to be meeting your targets. Definitely agree. It's very hard. It's very hard. You can't be thinking in terms of money and P&L. You got to be thinking in terms of target, stop loss, and exits. But yeah, Ricky, definitely good point there too. Position sizing in your account size. Definitely a good point there. Alright, but right now it is 10:30. Probably gonna give the stream another few more minutes. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream this morning. I'll answer any last questions before I wrap it up. Make sure you guys are here for the giveaway. Probably gonna be doing a giveaway tomorrow or Friday. So make sure you guys are tuning on in. And actually, I appreciate it. All 46 of you guys watching every day. It means a lot to me that you guys are here, supporting the channel and the streams. So it was a solid day for me. 1 for 1 on the day. Had a short on VLRX. You guys are wondering. Started in early here. Added into this pop at 230, and I covered right there at the lows at 199, 198. And I'll always post my charts. So right as the stream ends, I'll always post my charts, my entries and exits over in Discord. Always want to be transparent and be as credible as possible. It means a lot that I'm being transparent to you guys. So I'm gonna post it over in Discord, and if you guys want to see my P&L, you think I'm bullshitting, I'll send that over to you as well. So trying to be as transparent as possible. Alright, I'll answer this last question. They'll answer this last question, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Books. Ooh, I'm not the biggest reader, but I am starting to. I do plan on starting to read a bit more, and I did get some recommendations from a good trader of mine who I'm pretty close with. So I'll read you his recommendation list. So he recommended there's like a few books here. I'll read them off to you. It's actually funny you brought this up. I was actually talking to him a few days ago about this. So, one is The Playbook by Mike Belford. 2 is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. 3, The Daily Trading Coach by Brett Steensberg. 4, How to Day Trade for a Living, Andrew Zick. I don't know, I lost count, but next one is One Good Trade by Mike Belford. He really likes Mike Belford. He's the head trader at S&B Capital, a prop firm in New York City. He really likes his books, and he said he's also coming out with a new one this fall, I believe. Next one, Trading Psychology. Next one, The Mental Strategies of Top Traders. And there's 2 more I recommended. The rest of I don't know how to pronounce that word. Oh, The Reminiscence of a Stock Operator. Got it. And then the last one, The Intelligent Investor. If you want, if you didn't catch everything I said there, you could DM me, and I'll send you over the list if you want. Yeah, SMB has great videos on their channel. I watch them every day. I watch SMB Capitals and 7 Points Capital, all their YouTube videos. Great videos to watch. Also, Chat with Traders is another channel I really love to watch. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend check out The Playbook by Mike Belford. It's a good one, he said. Yeah, Addy, I'll post them over in the educational tab. I'll do that. Make it easier for you guys, so you don't have to go back and listen to me trying to pronounce some of these book title names. But alright, that's going to be it. I'm going to wrap it up now. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Again, really appreciate you guys being here every day supporting the live stream. And we'll do a giveaway either tomorrow or Friday. Give away a Velocity Trading t-shirt. So make sure you guys tune in to the stream tomorrow and Friday for a giveaway. Hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your day. And that's going to be it for me. I'll be over in Discord. Peace.